You want to know the main reason I think that Bitcoin is going to break out of this range between 56,000 and 70,000? It's going to be compelling, and I have some proof that this is going to work. All right. But first, let's talk about Ohio State, where we have a whole stadium proving how early we are in crypto. Now, this happened in Ohio State. The it looked like the entire stadium was booing this one kid who was speaking to the graduation class, saying that Bitcoin is important and decentralization is important. Once he said both those things, man, it looked like the whole stadium just went and just booed him pretty much. Stadium holds about 102,000 people. The average 4 years of a degree in Ohio State is $120,000. Most of these kids are never going to be in the positive, first off. They're always going to be in debt. Makes me wonder how crazy it is to get in debt knowing nothing about debt, learning nothing about debt in your entire 4 years at Ohio State, while bashing something that can actually get you out of debt. Craziness. If you're trying to get a financial degree or an economics degree or be a business person, skip you might as well use that money to start your own business or to invest in something. Okay, but here's the interesting thing from Dylan LeClaire. He says $100,000 of unsecured debt is good. He's talking about like how much it costs to go to the university that these kids are getting in debt with. But Bitcoin is bad. Yeah, exactly. Let's move on to some more important, more happy news, I should say, because Apple is developing AI chips for data centers. This is according to Wall Street Journal. Now, if you are part of learningcrypto.com, that is our paid membership, you will know that I've been screaming from the rooftop since pretty much this entire bull market, or even the accumulation phase back in the 20,000 range. Guys, get into AI. This is going to be the biggest narrative ever. So if you want to see our coins, our AI coins that we've been stacking for for a very long time now, I definitely would recommend checking that out. Moving on, let's go over to the US. This is a really interesting tweet from Preston Byrne. He says, Uniswap, he's doing like a SEC, like a narrative here. Uniswap, we don't exchange anything. SEC, no, you're an exchange. Coinbase, we're an exchange. SEC, no, you're a broker dealer. And now, just recently, I'm going to cover this in a second. Robinhood, we are a broker dealer. SEC, no, you're a clearing agency. So it's pretty clear how much this government hates crypto. But you know what they're trying to do is they're trying to get everybody suckered in to that spot Bitcoin ETF that BlackRock has, which is a derivative of Bitcoin. It's not the real thing. Very few people in the US nowadays that are growing up will probably never get used to sending money using Bitcoin. They're always going to have a derivative, unfortunately. Going back to Robinhood, the SEC is going to file a lawsuit against Robinhood crypto business, issuing a Wells notice to the company. It's unbelievable. If your head has been in the sand lately, you will think that maybe, okay, crypto has a chance in the US. No, definitely doesn't have a chance. Actually, when we started our learningcrypto.com, the most asked question that we've had was, how do I get this coin? I'm a US citizen. And a lot of people have to say, I'm sorry if you're a U.S. citizen, but now I've been discussing, you can use a decentralized exchange. That is really important. So we've been teaching people how to use that. Now let me go over the main reason why I think Bitcoin will bust out of this range that we've been hanging out in. All right, this is from Eric Balkanis on Twitter. He says, first time ever one-day flows are all green, no red for Bitcoin Bunch. So that's the 9 spot Bitcoin ETFs. They all had inflows. Let's go over to VJ Boyapati on Twitter. He says the first GBTC inflow day makes little sense. Really interesting. I agree with this. There's no incentive to buy an ETF which has far superior competitors at much lower fees. Exactly. The only company for whom it's free to buy GBTC is DCG, which is Digital Currency Group. Perhaps they are just painting the tape. I kind of agree with that. So you let me know what you think on that. But here's what I have to say about these inflows. We had all 9 of these institutions having inflows, but we had a smash in price. We went from like 65,500 down to around 63,000. Why is that? Well, I did a tweet, and I also mentioned it on learningcrypto.com, where I was looking at open interest. So what open interest is it's essentially leverage in the system, and as the price rose to 65,500, so did leverage, and whales can see this, right? And so if you're a whale, what would you want to do? Manipulate the price, grab some liquidity, which means liquidating all of these longs that people went long on, and then smash the price, grab that money, and then essentially accumulate more Bitcoin. So I think that's what they're doing. And so that is one thing that I am harping on right now. I think open interest is really important to keep your eye out on. And if you want to see my daily thoughts on what is happening with open interest and a whole lot of other things, check me out on Twitter at Sir Crypto Tips. Anyways, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.